Hey everyone, Kelly Dean Allen here once again. So then, Emerald, Thin Lizzy, easily one of Thin Lizzy's greatest overall tracks, which is sadly relegated these days to being pretty much considered a deep cut from 1976's brilliant Jailbreak album. It's the best song on it, in my humble opinion. Sure, Jailbreak is great, as is Cowboy Song, and of course, The Boys Are Back in Town. Hell, the whole album is stellar. However, Emerald is the one that really shines for me, because it's songs like this, plus others in a similar vein by Thin Lizzy, that would go on to mold and influence the sound of bands like Iron Maiden and countless other metal bands that followed in Thin Lizzy's footsteps. Hugely influential stuff here. And with that said, let's close in and learn how to play it, shall we? All right then, Emerald, Thin Lizzy, Scott Gorham, Brian Robertson. We are in standard tuning for this tutorial. However, the studio version of this one is tuned down a half step, so know that. If you're going to try and play along with the studio version of this one, you're going to have to tune your guitar down a half step. But for simplicity purposes, I'm going to show you how to play this one in standard tuning. So the main riff of this one, we're dealing with five power chords: C, B, A, G, and E. Now there's two guitars going on at the beginning of this one. We're going to kind of blend them into one. One is kind of just chugging along on the root note of whatever chord change that we're making, right? Starting with A. C, A, G, A, C, A, E, right? While the other is playing the main riff. And kind of letting the chords ring, right? Now we're going to blend those into one here. So we're starting with a C power chord. We're going to slide that back to B and then off to A. And then chug, right? G, C. Then we're going to go up to G and down to C. G, C, chug. And then you're going to slide that C back to B, off to A again, and then you're going to reverse the G to C and go C to G. C, G, chug, slide, G, C, chug, G, E, right? At this point, we're going to grab a quick G, jump up here to an E power chord, hit it twice, a couple of little mutes, or maybe a couple of palm muted open E strings, and then two more hits of that E power chord. Bum, 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 right? Back into the riff again. Now, at this point, when we go into the second half of the first verse, we're no longer just lightly chugging on the root note there, right? We're going to start kind of strumming it. G, C, C, G, pa, 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 pa. G, C, pa, 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 pa. Slide. G, E. Now the second time we go into E, we're going to hit it 4 times. We're going to hang on it for like 4 repeats, right? Bum, 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 bum. One final E and slide out of it. And now we're into, if there was a chorus in the song, which there isn't, there'd be a chorus kind of right here, but we're going to go into a little instrumental break instead, which is this. Into the second verse, right? So this, the little scale runs that we're doing here, we're going to break this up into 4 separate licks. It's all in the A minor pentatonic. It's all going on the 3s, 5s, and 7s, right? Starting on the 7 of the D string. That's the first lick. Actually, that's the first lick. We're going to go up to the A note here, the 5th fret, off to the 3. Right? We're going to hang on that A note there at the 5th fret for a good 6 or 7 hits and then drop it off to the 3. So that's the first lick. Second lick right there. Finishing with a hammer on 5 to 7 of the D, starting on the 3 of the low E. And that's the second lick. Now the third lick is that right there, starting on the 5 of the G. Finishing with a roll of the 3 of the A up to 3 of the low E. Right? And then the fourth lick is the same as the second lick. And now we're going to drop back into the second verse with a quick little 5-4 of the D off to A, right? And then drop into the riff. Slide. C, G, ba 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 ba. G, C, slide. G, E, 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 E. Back into that melody line again. And now we're into a little bridge, which is this. And we're going to repeat that 4 times. So we're just chugging on a palm muted open A string. Bum, 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 bum. Then you're going to grab a double stop here on the 7s, give it a little downwards tug release. Going to chug on that A string for about another bar, and then grab a double stop on the 5s of the D and the G, slide it into 7. And finally, just go off to an E power chord out of that A, let it ring, and then we're into another little instrumental break of the guitars in harmony, which play this. Right there, while the harmony is this. And we'll get into that. So we're going to break this one up into 3 separate licks, this being the first one. Right there. Now we're getting into more of a diatonic natural minor scale for this one, right? That's the first lick. Finishing on the 7 of the A. Starting on the 7 of the D, right? That's the first lick. Second lick is that right there. So you're going from the 7 to finish it, 7 of the D off to the 5, and then string skipping down to the 5 of the G. Now the final lick is quite a long scale run. Right there. Slide from 5 into 7 of the D. So starting on the 5 of the B, going 5, 6, 8, right? And then just reversing it and then scale run. Right, and that's the third lick. Twice. So, that's the first lick, starting on the 5 of the G. Right? Finishing on the 7 of the D. Second lick. Kind of starts the same way. Off to the 4 of the G, sliding it into 8 of the B. And then the long scale run, starting on that 8 of the B. The kind of scale running down the B string, right? Now you jump up to the G, and you finish 4 or 5 of the G. Right, so that's that whole little instrumental break. Harmony. Repeat that twice, and then we drop into the solo, which we're not covering in this tutorial. The solo is just A to G. G, 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 A, G, right? Just lots of classic A minor type pentatonic blues licks, right? Just stuff like that, right? You know, like double stop bends and unison bends, you know. You know, stuff like that, way up high on the neck, you know, in the A minor pentatonic, that kind of stuff. And it goes on for quite some time, the back and forth between the two guitar players. And we're just going to kind of gloss over the solo. It's not the most iconic of Thin Lizzy solos. And a great opportunity to do some improvising, because it's just over A minor pentatonic, right? And coming out of the solo, we're just back into that melody line again, right? Finish on that A note there at the 7th fret of the D string. Maybe one of the guitars goes off to an A power chord, and that is the end of the track. And that is how you play Emerald by Thin Lizzy. Certainly hope you enjoyed the tutorial, found it helpful. If you did, please hit that like button right down there. Maybe drop me a subscribe if you haven't done that already, as that would be very kind and helpful to the growth of my little channel. Hope you're well out there, and we'll see you next time, yeah? Cheers.